I can show you how to decorate one of those Christmas chocolates. Before molding, take a little bit of chocolates, just like that, on the tip of a spatula. And in less than 1 minute, the chocolate is going to start crystallizing. That shows us that the chocolate is ready to be molded. So I'm going to start my molding. I'm going to take a parchment paper and shape a paper cone. You can always use a disposable piping bag. It's easier than you don't have to make it yourself. Never fill the paper too much, otherwise you cannot close it. I'm going to cut the tip a little bit more, and then I'm going to pour chocolate inside the mold. So when everything is molded, take your mold and tap it on the table. If it's a little bit less, it's fine. Too much is no good. Now, I'm going to put that in the fridge and do the same thing with dark chocolates. This is a Santa Claus, and I have to paint his beard in dark or white. I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to put some of the chocolates into his beard and his mustache. If you do what I just did and put a little bit of chocolate where it doesn't belong, don't worry, with a little towel or your finger, you can always wipe it off. Perhaps the rim around his hat. In fact, you can do whatever you like as long as your Santa Claus looks good. And we're going to look at that side. So this is the front. I have to paint the back now. Okay, how that look like? That look good. The chocolate has to set a little bit before you put the dark chocolate, otherwise the color is going to bleed together. To mold over the white chocolates, I'm just going to pour some dark chocolates. And be careful that the dark chocolates go everywhere, in all crevices of the mold. And then what you do, you just reverse the mold, just like that, and put it over a rack. So the chocolate is dripping through the sheet pan. And then I'm going to put that into the fridge for a few minutes. And I'm going to put a second coat of chocolates. You want to make them pretty thick. You don't want them to break. Merci, Irina. So those are the three that we molded earlier. Here it's sticking a little bit on the middle, so I just have to push it. Okay, so we have one set here, and now I have the two sets done. So I'm going to put those two together here. So first I'm just going to position it, and then I will stick it. And we're going to start that. Okay, chocolates here and here. And we put that here and that here. We put little dots of chocolates around. Not too much, otherwise it's going to be visible. I am afraid that for Christmas, I'm going to have to do a lot of that. So if you have to move things, do it before the chocolate set, because when the chocolate set, that's it. Okay, now let's work on the Santa. It's ready. So what we do now, we put the mold upside down and we twist the mold. This is a secret weapon. I'm going to warm up my table. If you are using a wooden table, don't do that. If you don't own one of those things, you can perhaps put a tray in the oven or over the stove. So I just warm up a little piece of the table, and now I'm going to put the Santa over it. Do the other side. Then put it together. Clean the side. Those two little Christmas trees now are ready to be wrapped, or ready to be put on your table, or ready to be eaten. And we have a Santa next to our trees.